Hi, I'm Kaya.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Anna, and our topic is on women's safety.
Women are constantly having to take extra precautions within society to feel safe and comfortable. Sexual assault, rape, and sex trafficking are major issues that women have to avoid every day. We personally have experienced times in society where we have felt uncomfortable with our surroundings.
This presentation will not only cover the statistics of the real world, but the opinions of those we go to school with. We hope to inform others and allow them to have a better understanding of what is happening in society, as well as bringing awareness to this issue to begin change.
One topic that we did really want to focus in on was sexual assault and rape. Every 73 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted, amounting to over 400,000 victims ages 12 or older of rape and sexual assault each year in the United States. People between the ages of 12 and 34 are at the highest risk for rape and sexual assault. And then 1 out of every 6 women has been the victim of an attempted or completed rape in her lifetime. Of the women who have been raped, 94% also experienced post-traumatic stress disorder during the 2 weeks following the rape, and 13% of women who are raped attempt suicide. We also wanted to talk about sex trafficking, which isn't always kidnapping. It can and often is mental manipulation and coercion. Out of the $9.5 billion earned from trafficking, nearly $4 billion is from worldwide brothels. California, Texas, and Florida have the highest number of reported cases in the United States. And then information has recently come out about porn sites and other online platforms relying on victims of sex trafficking for their content and business. The tactics that traffickers typically use are coercive methods to control their victims, and they include false promises, violence, monitoring, and stalking their victims, claiming to be someone else to get close to their victims, and placing items on or around the victim's car to distract them and give them an opportunity to attack.
So in our survey, we decided to give statements and ask the students how much they agree or disagree with those statements. Our first statement that seemed important to us was, "I fear being alone in public settings at night." So as you can see, almost 67% of people agree with this statement. Additionally, in the bottom left corner, it says, "I feel prepared if someone was trying to attack me." So about 50% of people disagreed with this statement, and only about 25% of people agreed with this statement. Additionally, we asked them to check all that apply to them in regards to their safety. So 29 people, or 63%, answered that they look in the back seat of their car after they get in. And 30 people answered that they lock their car doors right away once they get in. And finally, about 69% of people said they make sure to park in a place they consider safe. Finally, in the last portion of the essay, we provided a space for people to share their personal experiences with us. And here are just a few we wanted to touch on. So the first person says, quote, "I feel very uncomfortable in public and I consider my safety everywhere I go. I have experienced multiple experiences that have made me feel unsafe or uncomfortable. I've had older men stare at me or follow me in the store," unquote. The next person said, quote, "I've had 2 different men at different occasions that followed me through a grocery store. I had to call my dad to come pick me up right outside the door because I didn't feel uncomfortable enough to walk out to my car alone," unquote. Another person said, quote, "Personally, I have been assaulted, so it is hard to always feel safe," unquote. Finally, another person said, quote, "Hearing other people's horror stories makes me try and prepare so I'm not in that situation," unquote. We decided we wanted to give awareness towards products that already existed. So here are a few that could be very important. So the first one is a lipstick stun gun, which is a stun gun that is disguised as lipstick with a lipstick cap, so no one will know what it is. And the next is a disguised comb blade, where a blade is hidden in the comb. There are window breakers. There's alarm systems. You can press the button and it will make a really loud noise. And there are cat ears, which can be used as a weapon, but it's also a decoration. So one of our product ideas is a motion activated light underneath the car. So for all of my life, I've been told to look underneath my car to see if anyone's under it, but I realized that it is hard to see if anyone's under it, especially in a very dark area. And so we came up with the idea of a motion activated with the unlock button to sense whether someone is underneath the car or something. And so if you press the unlock button, we had the idea that if there is something, there will be light shown as shown on the right. And so you are able to get away or get help while you're far away from your car rather than right next to your car.
Another product idea that we had was a trackable necklace. It is based off a Life Alert necklace where women can wear it so that they can contact their emergency contact in the situation of a kidnapping, since most kidnappers ditch any kind of cell phone so no one can be tracked. That's where the necklace comes in. Women can hold a button down placed on the back of the necklace, and an emergency notification will be sent to someone of their choosing. From there, the person can alert the police, and the necklace can be used to track the victim. We also interviewed our police officer at the school, Officer Spinks, and we asked what products or weapons are useful and what his thoughts on pepper spray and tasers are, since we personally do own some of those items. The biggest thing that he said was that pepper spray rides in the wind. So any weapon that you have could be used against you. So if you go to spray your attacker, it could come back and hit you because of the wind. And he also wanted to emphasize that it is your responsibility to train with those things. We also asked what tactics are used in our area and community that people should look out for. And he mentioned that recently people have been placing white dots on cars, which symbolize a single white female. There also have been sightings of 1WF2K written on either a car or a house, which stands for one white female and two kids. There have also been sightings of people impersonating police officers using unmarked police cars that try to pull over their targets. In this situation, do not pull over, call 911 and maintain the speed limit, inform the situation to the police, and then explain where you are. From there, the police will take care of the situation. Lastly, we asked what strategies women should make in order to feel safe. And the biggest thing he recommended was to just be aware of your surroundings and know your risks, especially with the restrictions of your clothing. Women are allowed to wear whatever they want, but we have to remember what kind of clothing contains what restrictions. So tight dresses and skirts will be harder to run and defend yourself in. But on the other hand, high heels could be used as a weapon. And he also said to just be willing to hurt people's feelings if it means protecting yourself.
In order to further investigate the topic of women's safety, we decided to review cases both past and present. The first case involved victim Angie Hausman, age 9. She was abducted from her school bus stop by Earl Webster Cox in November of 1993. He held her captive and sexually abused her, later tying her to a tree and leaving her to die. Her case was not solved until 27 years after her death. The next victim is Lavina Johnson, age 19. In 2005, Lavina was serving in Iraq when her family received a call saying that she had committed suicide. However, the circumstances were suspicious. There was evidence of rape and assault, but these injuries were dismissed by the Army. Lavina is one of many cases involving the U.S. military that still has not received justice. Next victim is Sydney Sutherland, age 25. She disappeared after going for a run alone in Jackson County, Arkansas. Her body was discovered 2 days later. 28-year-old Quake Llewellyn was arrested in connection to her murder. Finally, Sarah Everard, age 33. On March 3rd, Sarah was kidnapped and murdered by Wayne Cousins, a serving police officer. Sarah walked home on well-lit streets and was on the phone with her boyfriend when the abduction occurred. Even taking proper precautions did not save Sarah. Her death has prompted a worldwide safety debate.
These women and others like them are the reason why everyone should be more cautious in their society. Our interview, survey, and statistics were included in our presentation in order to educate and inform others on what is happening in society and even our own community and how people can protect themselves.
Our goal is to help women understand and reduce the risks they face every day, starting the moment they walk out of their door. It's not fair to put the responsibility of safety solely on women, but until change occurs, it's the only option.